Hey everybody, come on in the room. Can you hear me okay? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, good. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We're not going to be here long. I'm thinking 45 minutes to an hour, if that long. Come on in. Let me say my good mornings. Come on in the room. Long time no see. Glad to see all of my ride or dies. Yes, we coming in bonnet chic, baby. Bonnet chic. Hey, everybody. Hey, Zeline, one of my members. Good morning to my moderators. I see Keisha. I see Diva Law. Hey, Asia. Come on in the room, everybody. Hey, A-Dot. Hey, Mary Vic. Long time no see. I ain't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss B. Hey, Bougie Barbie. How y'all doing? I don't know if you guys have seen this psychotic nurse out in Philly. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I think it's just too much of an important subject not to add my thoughts and opinions to this conversation, because I think the nurse is proof and confirms what a lot of Black women have been talking about when it comes to receiving health care in this country. Black women do not get the same level of health care as white women. Black women don't get sympathy, empathy from their nurses or their doctors. Black women aren't believed when they complain about certain symptoms. Hey, Cherise, another one of my members. When they complain about symptoms. And I think I saw all of that in this viral video about this nurse practitioner at the Philly Pregnancy Center. It went viral this past weekend. I saw racism as well. So it was all wrapped up for the whole world to see in that video. And I'm going to play the video. I'm going to play the video. Hey, Jay Parrish. Hey, Miss B. Hey, Diva Law. How's your fur baby? Hey, Shannon. That's a new name down in the chat, Shannon. If you're new down in the chat, welcome. Brown Sugar. Hey, HL. Lady Chameleon. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Kim. Hey, Jay Robinson. Good morning, everybody. Let me turn the music off so we can get right on to it. I don't know if this video is going to be available for replay over here. I think I'll download it and re-upload it on the politics channel. I think that's what I'll do. It'll be available for replay on the politics channel, not over here. Hey, brown sugar. Begging for treats. Mine just had a treat. He went out, he ate, guzzled down a whole bunch of water. Then he got antsy because he's ready for his morning nap. And I don't think he likes to nap in here. I think he prefers to nap in his crate. So I had to open up the door to let him out. And that's exactly where he went. Keisha says she's seen that nut. It was confirmation for me, all that Black women have been talking about. It's all wrapped up in this video. So let me, I'll give him a big old hug. Let me set up the screen. Lord, they done changed the name. They done changed the name on my little buttons down here, throwing me off. Okay, wait. Here it is. Let me open it up. All right, let's hit play.
What were you thinking about when you got pregnant that you're not going to work? I'm just curious because, like, I had 3 kids. I worked up until the second kid was born. But am I you?
Just from the jump of the video, what were you thinking, that you weren't going to work? You know what that implies, right? That implies that she's lazy. She's trying to take advantage of the system. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm going to be stopping and going. And
are you me? Do you know how I feel? Do you know how I feel? That's why I'm asking. I'm interested to know what you think. I want to know your mindset. So when you got pregnant, what were you thinking about? I was thinking about having a kid. I'm confused on where you're going at. I'm confused too because you came in here and I did an assessment and I gave you my best medical advice. And you didn't like that. But I said that I just wanted to know so I could take it easy these next 2 months. I'm 7 months pregnant and I'm in pain. It's not fraud. If it was fraud.
She's accusing her of fraud. A woman of color who's there to get a doctor's note because she's in pain, she's late in her pregnancy, she can't go to work anymore. She's accusing her of fraud, of trying to get over on the system. She's insinuating that this woman of color is lazy, is a fraud, and trying to get over on the system. That right there is rooted in white supremacy and racism.
But the doctor wouldn't be getting me my note right now. Really? Yes. What I read on your chart isn't true. Okay. So what's on my chart that's not true? I read on your chart what isn't true. Because I'm the person who saw you and did the exam. Okay. So it's okay. But how do you know how I feel? How do you know how my body feels inside? Because I stuck my hand in there and checked your cervix. Okay, you check my cervix, but how do you know how my bones feel? How do you know how my body feels, my legs, my back?
Because the one thing that white nurses and doctors are rooted in when it comes to racism is that Black people don't feel pain. Go back in history. All of the medical experiments that these racist ass doctors have done on Black people, it's ingrained in their mind that Black people don't feel pain.
How do you know how that feels? How do you know how my nausea feels? How do you know how my cramps feel? By touching it. And you're okay. All right. So this is the nurse practitioner, and look how she's hitting me. Look at it. Check her out.
So not only are you spewing a level of hate and racism. You're calling this woman of color a fraud. You are saying she's trying to get over on the system, which in essence, you're calling her lazy. Now you are being violent towards her. You are physically abusing her.
Check it out. Call the police.
Now she's threatening to call the police on her, using the police or weaponizing the police on this woman of color.
See what you just did. Call the police. She already called the police on me once because I called her a weirdo. Yes, look at this lady is fucking crazy. Call the cops again. Call them. Call them. I got you on video hitting me with that thing in your hand. This is the Philly Pregnancy Center, guys. Yeah, okay, Joanne. She didn't want to give me a.
The Philly Pregnancy Center. There's actually two. I love my bracelet, but it keeps getting snagged on my clothes. There's actually two in Philly. Where they are in parameters of the city, I don't know, but I believe there's two. And I don't know which one this one is, but I hear they're both terrible. This is the viral video. Now, since this video has gone viral, you can imagine people have reached out to the Philly Pregnancy Center. People have reached out. She works at other facilities. I think one of them is Shriners, and there was another one. People have reached out to those facilities, and the word on the curb is that she has been fired. She has been let go. But there's several other violations that I've seen in regards to this. There should be charges of abuse, patient abuse. There should be what's the name of that charge where you're actually attacking somebody? That charge. HIPAA violations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember hearing her mention anything about this patient's history or what's going on with her medically, other than what she saw in the patient notes was a lie. But this is what Black women have been talking about for quite some time. Think about what Serena Williams had to go through. She wasn't believed. She was complaining about certain symptoms and she wasn't believed. Finally, they did some tests and found the girl had blood clots. She could have died. Oftentimes, women die in seeking medical attention and are not believed by white nurses and white doctors. Assault, thank you, Terry B. And this lady just opened it up for the whole entire world to see. We saw it all right here in this video. She showed it all. A white nurse not believing a woman of color who's complaining about her bones hurting, who's complaining. We're gonna watch. She did follow-up videos. She was complaining about her blood pressure being too high. And this nurse practitioner does not believe her, and then goes further to step in her privilege, her entitlement, her supremacy, and hurls racism towards her. You're lazy. It's a fraud. Did you not think you were going to work? You're lying. It's not the truth. We know this woman's name. I'll flash it right quick. We know this woman's name. It's all over the internet at this point. We know her name. Allegedly, this is her. Teresa Smigo. She's all over. This is all over Twitter. Allegedly, this is her. You go on over to Google and read some of the reviews. This center has been problematic for a while. And if you pay attention to the names that are posting some of those bad reviews, they're from women of color. You know, there's a mix, but pay attention to the names posted in giving a bad review, and pay attention to what it is that they're saying. Because when I first watched this video, it just, to my gut, I immediately noticed, of course, the race of both women. And it just immediately came to me, oh yeah, that's right. It's not, this whole abortion ban nationwide is not about protecting the babies. It's about protecting the white race. So they want white women to have white, healthy babies. Women of color, not so much. We can ignore their cries. We can ignore their complaints about what they're feeling and experiencing medically. We can ignore that. We can even make it so it's hard for them. And if death comes about, then great, because we don't want more black babies in this world to begin with. That's what my mind went to. I first noticed the race, and then that's where my mind went. This abortion ban is not about protecting the children. It's about protecting white babies. Period. Period. And then all of the other things that I noticed, ignoring the complaints of white women, black women, and what they're saying about what they're feeling medically, calling her a fraud. All of that came in next. It's all in this one video. And to further understand that this is not just a one-time incident, that it has happened to other women, when you go over and read the reviews, it just solidifies it. So in thinking that, I'm like, I wonder what background this center is with. Is this center part of a religious group? Is this center a part of some Christian nut job individual? What is the history behind this center? And I went live over on TikTok, and one of my TikTok peeps over there, he goes by Muscles and Nursing, he broke it down. All of the pregnancy crisis center and how they're using these crisis centers to further the white indoctrination and saving the white babies. It goes deep, y'all. The more I learn about this abortion ban and how it ties into religion and the Southern Baptist Church and Christianity, it goes deep. It goes deep. So my black women, when you are going to seek medical care, have that phone ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I believe in just some instances, it will save your motherfucking life. I shared the story earlier in TikTok about when that girl talked about how she has high blood pressure, and this nurse is further raising her blood pressure because of the situation. I was put on bed rest at 4 months because of my blood pressure. If this young woman has been suffering from blood pressure situations and she's still working, that's negligent healthcare, in my opinion. She should have been put on bed rest just from that, because that leads into preeclampsia. Preeclampsia can kill you and the baby. Rainy J says, I had an Indian doctor when my son was born. My doctor was Indian, baby. At 4 months, we got that. She took my blood pressure. She was like, this is high. I don't like this. So they made me sit. Good 30 minutes. They took it again. It was still high. Then they made me lay on my left side. When I laid on my left side, it went down. She was like, I don't know. I don't like this. So she put me on bed rest for a week and I had to go back. Same situation. She said, nope. You need to be on bed rest. You need to be calm. Nothing should be stressing you out. I was on bed rest for the rest of my pregnancy. I had my son at 8.5 months. And from then on, I've suffered from blood pressure problems. Hey, El Teddy. So that was the first negligent issue to me. Wait, this girl suffers from blood pressure problems and they ain't put her on bed rest from that? That's an issue to me. But like I said, she did some follow-up videos. Let me play them. She did a part 1 and part 2, further talking about the situation. I needed to get the most important part of my thoughts and my opinions on the situation out first. And that is how in that video, you clearly see a racist white woman, a racist, entitled white woman who's rooted in white supremacists and is hurling racist stereotypes at this woman of color and using those racist stereotypes to make a judgment, a basis on her condition, her medical condition. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Is this the right one? Yes. Okay, here's what she followed up to say.
So I decided to post a little update. So basically, long story short, I needed a doctor's note.
Why is it not playing?
I'm in a lot of pain. I begged them to take me in for a week. I called and called and called, asked for an appointment.
Okay, let me close it out. Something's up. I don't know why it wasn't playing.
So I decided to post a little update. So basically,
oh Lord, child, I don't know what's going on. Hold on 1 second.
I need to take off work. I'm in a lot of pain. I begged them to take me in.
Y'all hear it playing?
I called and called and called, asked for an appointment. They finally told me to come in.
That was weird. And I want y'all to know it's StreamYard. It ain't me. Okay, let me share the screen again. If it don't work, we just gonna have to listen to the audio.
So I decided to post a little update. So basically, long story short, I needed a doctor's note. I needed to take off work. I'm in a lot of pain. I begged them to take me in for a week. I called and called and called, asked for an appointment. They finally told me to come in. I came in. The woman that you see in the video, all she did was when I tried to explain my pain and exactly what I was feeling, she cut me off, said, let me examine you. I want to feel your cervix. So
let me tell you something. That her trying to breathe and tell this story, that baby is sitting close to them lungs. That baby is sitting close to them lungs. She is near the end of her pregnancy.
When I got up on the table for her to examine me, she was very aggressive. She shoved her fingers in me. She just was, it was painful. So after that, she just started telling me, "Oh yeah, I can't give you a no, and you can work. The most I could do is say you can't lift 25 pounds or more." So I started, arguing my case, like, no, I really need my note. Let me just speak to the doctor. I would like to speak to the doctor. So she goes, I'm not going to argue with you. Long story short, we get back to the front desk. She's blurting out all my information in the lobby. There's a patient in there. She hears everything. All my information is out there.
Hey, Miss Honey.
The girl at the front desk gets the doctor on the phone. The doctor wants me to go in the back office and talk to her on the phone to explain what's happening. As we're walking back there, she goes, "Please don't take her to my office." So I said, "Nobody wants to go to your office. You're a weirdo for that." She comes back there, says, "I called the police." So why would you call the police? She said, "Because you called me out my name." I said, "Because I called you a weirdo." She said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, well, when the cops get here, I'm going to tell them you're a weirdo because you're a weirdo. There's no reason to call the cops because you got called a name for something that you're acting like, because the way you're acting is really weird."
She did a part two. Hold on. So she's weaponizing the police against this pregnant woman on top of everything else. Did I mention that? I think I mentioned that. Top of everything else, she's weaponizing the police against this pregnant woman because the pregnant woman called her a weirdo because she's being a weirdo.
So part two, to the full story. So after I got off the phone with the doctor when I was in the back room, after she came back there, said she was calling the cops, I told her to call them, so on and so forth. After I calmed down, because I had a panic attack back then. I'm like crying because I'm just like, oh my goodness, like this is not what I thought I was coming here for. Like, why am I going through so much? Like, so and I'm pregnant. My and I already have high blood pressure. Like my blood pressure was already high when they checked it for that appointment. So
right, A dot. She pregnant.
I come out the back office. It's cops in there. So I'm like, oh my goodness, she really called the cops. So the cops are like kind of being aggressive to me, but not like super aggressive. That's why like I didn't get that on recording because I really was not trying to do anything for attention. I wasn't out to record nobody. Like my first thought wasn't to record anything. What made me start recording was after everything was said and done, I spoke to the police and she told the police the reason she called was because she felt threatened. And I told the cop, I said, look at me, like I'm going on 8 months pregnant. I'm 7 months pregnant. I'm pretty far along. Do I look like I'm in a position to be attacking somebody? Like I don't understand what her problem is. And they was like, yeah, she said she felt like you just came in here just to get.
Listen, typical white woman Karen cause a problem, didn't get the one that's just gonna go along and get along, but is gonna get back with you. Now you are the victim, threatened. You feel threatened.
A note to get a free ride or
See?
some crazy stuff like that.
Get a note to get a free
After
ride.
everything was all said and done, the doctor said that I was going to get my note, everything was going to be fine, sit in the office and wait as the woman in the front desk gets it all ready. They had to do something, sign and stuff. And so long story short, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting. So the woman from the video, the Karen, she walks up to me. I'm sitting there. I'm trying not to look at her. I'm just on my phone, just scrolling through Instagram, trying to like distract myself. So I'm looking at my phone. I already had my phone in my hand. She stands in front of me and she asks me the question, what were you thinking when you got pregnant? And just I want to have a conversation with you since we no longer have a patient doctor relationship. She just was talking and talking and talking. So I finally just said, listen, I don't care what you got to say. Please get out my face. Go about your day. So she goes, Jillian, you're a piece of shit. What were you thinking when you opened your legs and got pregnant? From there, I immediately hurried up and went to my camera because I was like, I got to get this on camera now. Like, yes, I need to record this. So, and then y'all see what happened from there.
And y'all see what happened from there. So I'll play the video again so we can tie it all together. This girl is pregnant. She trying to breathe.
What were you thinking about when you got pregnant that you were not going to work? I'm just curious because, like, I have 3 kids. I don't until the second they were born. What about you? Are you me? Do you know how I feel? You know how I feel? That's why I'm asking. I'm interested to know what you think. I want to know your mindset. So when you got pregnant, what were you thinking about? I was thinking about having a kid. I'm confused on where you're going at. I'm confused too because you came in here and I did an assessment and I gave you my best medical advice. And you didn't like that. But I said that I just wanted to know so I could take it easy these next 2 months. I'm 7 months pregnant and I'm in pain. It's not fraud. If it was fraud, the doctor wouldn't be getting me my note right now. Really? Yes. What I read on your chart isn't true. Okay. So this on my chart is not true. I read on your chart what isn't true. Because I'm the person who saw you and did the exam. Okay. So it's okay. But how do you know how I feel? How do you know how my body feels inside? Because I stuck my hand in there and checked your cervix. Okay, you check my cervix, but how do you know how my bones, how do you know how my body feels, my legs, my back? How do you know how that feels? How do you know how my
checking your cervix? Listen, I'm not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I ain't studied nothing medical, but I've had a baby. And every time I had to go to the doctor, my cervix was checked. And my little 5-foot Indian doctor said she was checking my cervix to make sure I haven't dilated or if I was in any type of labor. That's what checking the cervix is. This lady ain't saying she in labor. This lady is saying her bones hurt. Her bones hurt. She's having problems with her blood pressure. She's in pain. You can hear she's just to breathe. That baby, listen, let me tell you something. Brandon, even at 3 months, Brandon would do this flip type thing and it would take my breath.
How do you feel? How you know how my cramps feel? By touching it. And you're okay. All right. So this is the nurse practitioner, and look how she's hitting me. Look at it. Check her out. Check it out. Call the police, and they're gonna see how you just what you just did. Call the police. She already called the police on me once because I called her a weirdo.
Thank you, Asia.
Yes. Look at.
Thank you, lovely petite, lovely petite.
Fucking crazy. Call the cops and call them. Call them. I got you on video hitting me with that thing in your hand. This is the Philly Pregnancy Center, guys. Yeah, okay, Kelly. She didn't want to give me a
baby. See, all of y'all must have had babies because people are agreeing with me. That's what they check your cervix for, to make sure you're not dilated in any way. Because if that cervix is open when it shouldn't be, there's a problem. That's what they checking the cervix for. But going over. Child, she is swollen. You can see it. The nose, baby. Listen, somebody said, "Ooh, you would stop." Ada said, "Yep, stop me in my tracks." And 3 months pregnant. What? He's this big. He would do something. And baby, whatever he was doing, it was like it took all the breath out of me. All the breath out of me. Listen, and she talking about she had 3 kids and she worked up until the day of. Bitch, that's you. What you were able to do doesn't mean that I'm able to do it. Were you dealing with the issues that I'm dealing with? Now, when the video started to go viral, somebody from the Philly Pregnancy Center posted a response. Well, they didn't post it publicly. People were reaching out. You know, when you go to the website, it has a contact us box and you click on that and it'll open up a contact type form that you can fill out and it'll go to them. Well, somebody did that and got an email response back from the Philly Pregnancy Center. And there was a bunch of people sharing this same email response that they had gotten back. Different people sharing it over on Twitter. And so this is what it says. I got it over. Let me just pull up. I had to snap it in 3 different ones. I'll put it over on the community wall and y'all can see it. I'm just going to put this one. I had to break it up. This is how it starts. This is from the Philly Pregnancy Center. Respect all of your comments very much. Right there gives me a tone of condescension. You being condescending. Thank you. In this clip, please note that the nurse practitioner tried to have a conversation with a terribly upset patient. Well, right then and there, if this patient is upset and you are the reason why she's upset, you need to go. You need to go away. But this nurse practitioner is dealing with white entitlement. She's entitled to have this conversation. She's entitled to ask these questions like, bitch, who are you? And then you backing this shit up? Let me try to get through this. The nurse practitioner examined the patient, and to her professional opinion, she thought that medically there is no indication for the patient to be excused completely from work. Why? Because her cervix wasn't dilated? There was nothing going on with her cervix? Right or wrong, this is a different discussion. Do you think that healthcare providers are not entitled to a professional opinion, even though it may be against the wish of the patient? The patient is also entitled to a second opinion. She didn't want to talk to her no more. She wanted to talk to the doctor. Patients is always entitled to a second opinion. Moving on. Do you think that healthcare providers are not entitled to a professional opinion, even though it may be against the wish of the patient? This is a tough question. Please listen to the conversation. In addition, from people that witnessed their interaction, and please look at the video carefully. When the nurse practitioner realized she is being recorded without her permission to do that, she realized that she raised her bag and the laptop holder against the camera. Is this gaslighting? Didn't we all just see her try to push that woman, and that woman had to put her arm up like that? Don't play with me. Don't insult my intelligence. She did not touch the patient at all. It was the patient who got up screaming as if she was being attacked, but the patient got into the plastic laptop holder while screaming that she was being attacked. What? Although patients are always right, and healthcare providers should never conflict with patients and avoid at all costs any verbal or physical dispute. That's it right there. That should have been your statement, and you don't condone it. That should have been it right there. All this extra stuff, trying to gaslight us and lead us into believing that we saw what you trying to put out. No, that's not what I saw. What you trying to explain here? No, And avoid at all costs any verbal or physical dispute. It was the patient who called the names. Did y'all hear that girl call her? She called her a weirdo. Cursed her, and used unacceptable language. Did y'all hear that? I didn't hear that. When she heard that the nurse practitioner does not think that she need to get an excuse letter from work, she cursed the nurse practitioner. And even in this clip, you could hear a little bit from the curses that many of them were prior to this recorded clip. I am sorry, as this is heard that the nurse practitioner does not think that she need to get an excuse letter. What? Who wrote this shit? Who wrote this shit? She cursed the nurse practitioner, and even in this clip, you could hear a little bit from the curses that many of them were prior to this recorded clip. I'm sorry, as this is exceedingly difficult situation for all of us at the Philadelphia Pregnancy Center who devote our lives to care and serve the community, high risk and low risk pregnancy ladies, and all the underserved women in Philadelphia, regardless of their insurance status, race, gender, sexual orientation. We do not deserve this kind of treatment and harassment that we have endured by this patient and her followers on social media. They're the victims. We will continue to serve our patients with the same dedication, love, and care. There was no love in that whole conversation. Many thanks to all of you who know hold on. Who know who we really are and expressed your support and understanding. This is some bullshit. I'll put it up over on the wall, child. I ain't even trying to go back through that. What? What? Now I got to play it again because I want to hear if there was curses or something like that. I didn't hear no curses. So let's play it one more time. Let's play it one more time. I ain't hear no curses. I ain't hear no curses.
What were you thinking about when you got pregnant that you were not going to work? I'm just curious because, like, I've had 3 kids. I was on the second they were born. But am I you? Are you me? Do you know how I feel? Do you know how I feel? That's why I'm asking. I'm interested to know what you think. I want to know your mindset. So when you got pregnant, what were you thinking about? I was thinking about having a kid. I'm confused on where you're going at. I'm confused too because you came in here and I did an assessment and I gave you my best medical advice. And you didn't like that. But I said that I just wanted to know so I could take it easy these next 2 months. I'm 7 months pregnant and I'm in pain. It's not fraud. If it was fraud, the doctor wouldn't be getting me my note right now. Really? Yes. What I read on your chart isn't true. Okay. So what's on my chart that's not true? I read on your chart what isn't true. Because I'm the person who saw you and did the exam. Okay. So it's okay. But how do you know how I feel? How do you know how my body feels inside? Because I stuck my hand in there and checked your cervix. Okay, you checked my cervix, but how do you know how my bones, how do you know how my body feels, my legs, my back? How do you know how that feels? How do you know how my nausea feels? How do you know how my cramps feel? By touching. And you're okay. All right, so this is the nurse practitioner.
Look
at me.
Look
at it. Check her out.
Look.
Check it out. Call the police. And they're gonna see how you just
look at her swollen hands and fingers.
She already called the police on me once because I called her a weirdo. Yes, look at you. This lady is fucking crazy. Call the cops again. Call them. Call them. I got you on video hitting me with that thing in your hand. This is the Philly Pregnancy Center, guys. Yeah, okay, Joanne. She didn't want to give me a.
She said this lady is fucking crazy. That's what they talking about. That's what they talking. Oh, you know what? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. They playing. No. 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 All right, let me scroll up. See what y'all got to say. Michael Jackson says the healthcare provider is out of line. She doesn't take none of the patient's complaints with merit. No. Listen, if you read those Google reviews, those with the negative reviews, I swear to you, you'll be like, they talking about that lady. They talking about that weirdo. Stacy's pissed right now. I'm sorry. Yes, her hands are swollen. She is just swollen from head to toe. Lynette says, when I was pregnant with my son, used to do the cha-cha slide on my bladder. Baby, Rainey says, those boys, baby. Listen. And it did that, whatever he would do, it didn't get better as my pregnancy went on. Baby, I would be walking, going along. Listen, I had a thing for vanilla ice cream cone, bologna and cheese sandwiches, and pork chop bones. So I remember I was in the mall just going along with my ice cream cone. My brother was looking for something. I was in the mall with him. And baby, Brandon went to do whatever that thing that he does. And I just had to stop because it just, it sucked. It was hard to breathe. It was hard to do anything when I don't know if he was balling up or flipping over. Child, I don't know. Miss Honey says there's whole medical boards out here to handle these types of folk. I threatened that license. I believe a lot of people have reached out to the licensing board in Philly. They have sent the video. They have sent her picture and her LinkedIn information or whatever it was from Facebook. I flashed it in the video. I'm not going to flash it again. But yeah, they've reached out to the licensing board. I don't know, what the situation is with that, but the word on the curb that she no longer has a job. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if she's suspended, being investigated. I don't know how any of that works. Terry B says, where's her doctor when this is going down? Now, the doctor wasn't in the office. The girl said in follow-up videos, I'm not playing the follow-up videos again, but she was told to go to the back office to speak to someone, and I believe it was her doctor on the phone. And I guess she had a conversation with her doctor, told her doctor what was going on, and the doctor came to the conclusion, yeah, she needs a note. But see, at that point, once the doctor got involved, that nurse practitioner should have gone on by her business. This is no longer, you have no dealings with this. Whatever conversations that you should have had in regards to this patient should have been in directly with the doctor. Because at this point, the doctor has stepped in to take over the care of their patient. I used to work for Humana, so I have some insight in patient-doctor relationships. The lies, exactly, because the way they put it is as if the girl was cussing her out. She called her a weirdo. She is a weirdo. She couldn't walk away from it. You had nothing, there was nothing else you needed to say to this patient once the doctor took over the care of his patient. Your entitlement and your racism wouldn't let you do that. How dare this woman of color try to go above me? Who does she think she is? Let me set her straight. Bougie Barbie says she should have done everything possible to calm the patient down. If anything she needed to say was like, I apologize. I didn't mean to make you upset. I'm glad that you're getting the care that you, or just zip it. Don't say nothing. Go back to your space. Love Le Petit says she violated HIPAA rights. Michael Jackson, nurse practitioner, do all the work as a doctor, but don't make the same money, so they always have resentment. That ain't got nothing to do with me as the patient. That ain't got nothing to do with her as the patient. Exactly, Jay Robinson. They went, and then what's infuriating to me is you going to the nurse practitioner's defense as if we ain't seen the video, and you gonna tell us stuff happened in the video that we don't see in the video. Don't play with my fucking intelligence. It is the most infuriating thing to me. Don't tell me that it's raining when you trying to piss on me. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Chewy said, sounds like she wrote that. Possibility. It's a huge possibility. But they didn't think that people would actually share the response that they got. I'm telling you, people shared it, their response, different names, and it's a copy and paste response. Everybody's getting the same response. She cursed. She said, get the fuck away from me or something like that, and called her a weirdo. But child, no. Miss Honey says, this is horrific. We are supposed to be able to trust these folks. I contact my insurance company, boards, the news, everyone. Why? This thing was viral. This thing was hot all weekend. Those who work in the medical industry and who care about their patients, they were infuriated by this video. Some of them even reached out to the Philly licensing board. Hey, Keisha. I hope she does too. I hope she does too. The video speaks for itself. Now they just look like liars, buyer beware. The whole center needs to be shut down. Hey, Amir. Listen, like I said, from the jump, if this young woman is having issues with her blood pressure, that should have been it. She should have been put on bed rest just from issues with her blood pressure. So let me recap. The reason why I shared this video is because Mary Vick says, I see this mess all the time. I've been in the medical field 15 years working closely with RNs and doctors. Okay. The reason why I shared this video is because this video was a perfect example of what Black women complain about across the country when seeking medical attention. They are not believed, which oftentimes lead to them dying or dealing with issues that they don't need to be dealing with when they're trying to get assistance for a medical issue. Oftentimes making them worse off than when they arrive to receive the medical attention. And the reason why is because they're dealing with racist ass nurses and racist ass doctors who have an idea about Black people. And those ideas about Black people are rooted in racism and white supremacy. That woman showed her entitlement, her supremacy, and her privilege all in one. Her privilege was she felt that she could do that shit and get away with it. Black women are not afforded the same empathy and sympathy and care as white women when they're seeking medical attention. It could be a death sentence for a Black woman going to seek some help in regards to a medical issue. She's not believed. She can complain about pain. She's not believed. She can tell you the type of medication that works best for her. She's not believed. Go back and read Serena Williams' story. She complained about symptoms. She complained about pain. She was ignored. Black women, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's all I got, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me today. Again, if you are looking for the video, I will be downloading it and uploading it up over onto my political page. Terry B says the nurse practitioner is mad because she was overruled by the doctor. I don't think she's mad about that. I think she's mad that this woman of color had the unmitigated gall, the audacity to go above her. This woman of color did not take what it is that she had to say. So she went above her. So that hate and racism came spewing out, that entitlement, that supremacy, it all came spewing out. Told her she was a fraud. Told her she was trying to get over on the system. In other words, she's lazy. She had 3 children and she worked up until the day they were born. Right? And then when the black woman wouldn't, or the woman of color wouldn't bow down, she got violent. She got abusive, assaulted that woman. And all of this ties into this nationwide abortion ban and them wanting to protect the babies. Don't get it twisted, black women. They want to protect the white babies. You black women, y'all can die in childbirth. We ain't going to give you the care that you need. We're not going to listen to you. You can die in childbirth and so could your baby. We don't care. And all of this was wrapped up in that one video. Hey, Sean. Sean says, I suffered from preeclampsia when I went into labor with my son. It's no joke having a baby. Preeclampsia is a serious condition. And that's what my doctor was afraid that I would go into, which is why I was put out on bed rest at 4 months of pregnancy. That's a very serious issue. Could kill you, the mother, and the baby. And high blood pressure during pregnancy is one of the major symptoms. I love y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of your women. Ladies, take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.